All right. Hi, guys. Professional High Priestess here. Let's go ahead and get started. Coding tutorial, okay? All right. So we are going to talk about a few things just really quickly. I'm just going to run through a few things, okay? Um, for some reason, the last video that I did not get like saved to YouTube because they were playing with the internet. Like as you guys were watching the video, they were playing with the internet, which is going to come up again because I got my phone and I like recorded. So what ended up happening here is I'm going to go through this one more time. I'm just going to go out and lay down these concepts. And you guys are going to go ahead and take this to your respective jobs and your positions. And you're going to go ahead and handle it, okay? So we'll come back to that. Death updates first. You guys know how I love that. So there is chaos going on because you guys know I do these tutorials because the feds use them to be able to find out who's playing games with everyone's bank account, stealing money from the Black and Brown community in order to finance the molestation and trafficking of children of color. Because of what they were doing, hosts from space, they were using a specific technology that's basically synthetic telepathy to talking to the ears of white people. Look, you own this fancy company. You're a powerful man. Yeah, but we raped all these people and we stole all their minerals and we started all these wars. I was depressed and sick for years. You were supposed to do that because they're putting magic on them and they're playing games. These females have bodies on the planet, and because of virtual reality that got started, they's like, oh, let's pull our body into here and show them so they know what they're doing. Oh, really? I got him to do that? Okay, right. Like Latifah Simon feeding Matt Haney period blood. Like, oh, okay, well, he'll be my boyfriend because her husband died. How did her husband die? She fed him period blood and he got cancer again. That's why she doesn't care. I go, oh, it's okay. I'm over him. She doesn't know I used to work with her husband. That's why I'm just like, oh, really? Wow, you're like so embarrassing. Let's talk about rest in peace. Vice President of Malawi, dead. Plane crash. President of Iran, dead. Plane crash. President of Access Bank, Nigeria, stealing everyone's money, dead. Plane crash. Looks just like Castle. Everyone's talking about this. Be careful. Drew Gordon dies. Car accident. Peggy Moore, Libby Schaaf, the former mayor of Oakland, her advisor, dead. Plane. And a bunch of money laundered, and the feds finding it. YouTuber playing in white supremacist groups online playing games. That's not, well, I'm sure that's not like what's going on in the Black community. Yeah, there you stole something from us. Yeah, that's what the fuck that these hoes went to go play in the ear of white men. No, the way that she explained it, oh, okay, just getting hung up on. I have a question. If some bitch like just randomly starts talking in your ear and be like, you're special, you're this, you're that, why would you just automatically believe it? Unless you were already predisposed to mental illness, which is coming up again. So now, but how are all these people dying like that though? Like, what the fuck is this? It's called magic from space because you're molesting people of color and their children, and you're playing in our bank account. And there was like a 5-year plan with all these different tech companies that we were going to do three things. We were going to tamper with the hiring quota for Black and Brown people in tech so that there would not be an equal like playing field. We were going to tamper with all the coding education so that we teach people nonsense and that they only get so far. And then we were going to go ahead and edit the syntax for HTTP, which is why we have HTTPS, and then edit the syntax for TCP, which is like a transport, transport layers like TCP, transport connection, like protocol or something like that. It's like for the internet and like sending data back and forth between different servers on the internet, different devices on the internet, etc. Dead. The former CEO of YouTube, her son, dead. This just happened. Monte Davis and a bunch of basketball players and football players dead because they're playing with spell work. Now that nigga's not gonna be running faster than me. What the fuck? I was the best. Stankin' Hanifi. Leave that body stankin'. Yeah, they were starting so much shit in his wife's ear. What type of song is that? Right? Whoa. Yeah. Vicky watch 60. I'm in love with Waukesha. Right. But the funny thing is, you guys know he is the former president of Russian playing with Apple. Sorry, not Apple, Google. And that's how everyone got their Google tapped. So there's just a few concepts that I'm going to give you guys in regards to like what they've been doing, but I have one more because those could be like outliers and stuff like that, and I like to be statistically significant. Okay, that could just be anything. There's a specific aquatic being, and she says her body says when you look at her, it's you. I play with you, you play with me, I play with you. You play with me, I play with you. That's what this is because you want to go play people's kids. So that's how white people are dying like that. Okay, it's time. It's time. It's judgment day. It's the lake of fire. Jump in. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do is for all the white women that are like, oh, well, yeah, look at your kids though. Yeah, she's getting early love too. So it's not just us because remember, they have sex in their family and they think like it's cute that incestuous white men are kidnapping and trafficking black and brown children out of the foster care system with these goofy ass white women. Now you see why they hire all those white women to play like that, right? And oh, yeah, well, she's getting early love now. So a 5-year-old being raped is that's consensual to you. And that's what you're priding yourself on. That's what they're priding themselves on. Their group chats, the feds have all of them filled with nonsense and pictures of little kids crying. And look at her underwear. She's like not clean. And there's like blood all over these kids. And that's what the fuck you hoes have started playing on YouTube. I didn't know it was going to go that far. Yeah, you did. You just didn't know that it was going to backfire. So you thought that, well, you just thought that you were better. And okay, what? This is just too much. Oh, okay, yeah, I see that. We shouldn't have been playing with Daisy because now that we play with Daisy, the whole community is getting like attacked now. And that's how they found mine to go take a fucking coding, a tech platform and hack all the audio technology of these black and brown developers and musicians and steal all their work, steal all their code, steal all their music and resell it. I ain't never been the same. Mm-mm. Oh, hell no. I'm $1 million baby. That's like partially Cadillac music. I'm like, whose computer are you in? Oh, so they can resell like our music to white people. That's what the fuck you started. Okay, yeah, these niggas don't need to see that we started that. Okay, because I already got enough drama. Right. So now, good. Sharing some sad news. My wife died after a 7-year battle with cancer. Get this. I want the soft meat. I want the soft meat. Get the white meat. I'm playing in space, and you're playing with high level serpents that are shaped like. Why is your shape like that? That's just who I am. Yeah, some of these beings that I've seen, I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, I didn't know that something like that could exist. That's hella weird. Let me like go to sleep. That's how serious it is. Some of these beings that I'm going to show you, you end up passing away if you see their face because you've now realized that there's something like otherworldly going on, and that's what you get. Good. Let it keep on going. So now we were basically talking about how white people are fucking delusional, and they thought that they were gonna like start a bunch of shit with black and brown people by playing with me, like, oh yeah, well, we listen to these women in the computer. We're communicating. They call her like mother. It's just basically a bitch that's like walking in and out of a portal that they created between several dimensions so she can talk in the ear of white people to get them activated against people of color because in space they can't come nowhere near us. That's done for. So they're like in an antiverse where everything is destabilized and disgusting. People, sellouts, built that portal for them throughout years. They've been getting caught constantly, hella shit going on constantly. And what they did with burial magic in Ethiopia, aka ancient Egypt. And that's how they were able to basically like use the fact that they created white people from a certain substance and they can play in their ear like that. Because, okay, yeah, that makes a bunch of sense. Like you created them, so you know how to access them. There's something special that they're getting. Again, if some bitch starts talking in your ear, you don't know what she looks like or where she's fucking from, you're attracted to pedophilia and child porn. You do disgusting, delusional things. You are disgusting and delusional. Why the fuck would she be putting you like on some pedestal? You were in ancient Rome. Yeah, they were fucking filthy. And they were going into like Africa to look for like sciences and like hygiene, which is why world history is constantly like the classical parts of Rome. Yeah, 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 whatever about that. You guys were dirty and having sex with each other. What the fuck? We saw those like artifacts, those like Roman and Greek artifacts where it's like men like having sex with each other like in a circle. I remember that. Isn't that what you're doing now? Oh no, I'm just with my mom sometimes. Okay, cool. You don't cheat on me, right? So now some girls are like, okay, so they were basically after you because they thought that they were gonna get some like astrology or like astronomy thing for floating points and BCD format so they can play on the internet. Yeah, and they told them that they were supposed to be getting it from me because some bitch went to go play like, oh, you're gonna find a Virgo, and then that's when you'll know. Now, my question is, why would God give that to me to give to white people? And my people are sitting right here playing. Ask yourself again, who the fuck are you? That's gonna help you. Cognitive dissonance, like, yeah, that's right. Who the fuck are you? And why shouldn't I be working with black and brown people? Well, because okay, after all that you've done on this planet with slavery, Jim Crow laws, sharecropping, 40 acres and a mule reversed, war on drugs, freak of the week, funkadelic, drama, Motown, Sam Cooke, and a bunch of other bullshit. Why is it that there's something wrong with only white people? Good, good question. That means that you're healthy. That means that you're learning. This affliction, it's going to leave you. So now, here, there's some chaos that's been going on, cognitive dissonance, where it's a psychological phenomena that occurs when a person holds two contradictory beliefs at the same damn time. And either one is heavy, it's so heavy, it's real heavy. Because I'm both. Yeah, I like to drink, I like to smoke. And that's all you need to know about what's going on in Atlanta. Thank you. So now we move forward again, and there's more chaos here. And investigators pulling overnighters because they caught somebody that they work with that has their computer top playing games, trying to edit the internet. And that's why the internet was turning on and off for like several people on the planet all at once, and everyone caught it. So you need to tell me that they can play with the internet like that? Okay, we're gonna get our everything, all new everything. And this is where there's gonna be a bunch of black and brown companies that pop up. You guys have to understand when I say black and brown, I also mean Asian people too. But if you weren't playing with Young, you would already know that. Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. If you wasn't playing in the Daily, yeah, you would know that too. Speaking of, I want to just mention a man named Adam Schiff. He's very smart. Because you know all these white supremacists are playing with me. And he just said, her, we're gonna work with her. She's gonna be an ally. Because he already knows my hand. Because that magic went so ratchet. He said, oh, what is this? Barbara Lee was a congresswoman for several years. They rigged her fucking election. What is this? Yeah, one of the longest standing congresswomen. Yeah, that's it's over. They don't give a fuck. Okay, Daisy, I see. And that's what you most created. Because why people think that it's time? Because they played with you to play with me, right? You bitches ran amok, ran your mouth, started a bunch of shit, caused a bunch of drama. So they think that they're gonna just keep on running your body, but that's done for. Because you're tired and you're broke and you're homeless and people are kicking you out. Like, I'm tired of hearing about this. You're not gonna live here anymore because you're the one that started that. And I remember you coming over here with candles and starting shit with Daisy and running your mouth about her playing your dreams and bitch, you're stupid. So now this isn't everyone's clip because of you. Yeah, they just laid all of us off, all the black and brown team. They like cut our entire like diversity quota. And everyone's talking about it in tech, how the first thing to go was the DEI because they thought it was all good. The mass layoffs, it's mainly black and brown people. The next round is going to be all of Cyborgia or conflict. If you're a Russian, Polish, a Chechenian, or whatever the fuck, you're out of here, period. And a few other countries. China, they already saw it. So they're like, oh, because they saw a few emails and shit like that. And an email to Jiangping. Speaking of, I have hot gossip in China, but not now. Whoa! This gossip is is bound to get your pussy jumping and popping. Hold on, let me call my uncle. Yeah. Whoa. So now we're gonna go ahead and talk about some of the things that have come up on the computer, okay? Oh, I know right from wrong. Right. So let me just show you a few things. So a little birdie told me that somebody at the FBI is lying about my coding tutorials. That's not actually how you do that. And that's why I'm wondering about the validity of these code tutorials. Well, she's been right about everything else. So let's see. So I talked about basically HO and LO bits and how they take one part of the mantissa, right? And then they add it to another part of the mantissa using specific functions. That's not true. It's right here. It's called extended precision addition and subtraction. So they upload the program and the data to a specific register. Then they add one part together with another part together and then move it to a different register to scatter up the addresses, but still have the memory like going and running that the company is paying for or that you're paying for. And this is why everyone's phone bill, like places where they still pay for data, because not everyone has unlimited data. Places where they still pay for data and things like that, everyone's phone bill is going really high. Like I know I paid for minutes though, like what's going on with my bill? And everyone's phone is breaking too because of the technology that it's taking to like play with this type of like system and structure, right? So these are the type of commands that you use. It's called add with carry. So you guys saw that I modeled this for you, right? I showed you it from a book. First, you have to put the command. Then you have to put the destination. Then you put the source. Why don't you put the source, right? And then the destination, because I'm going from like the source, the point of origin to the destination. That sounds backwards because it's one flower that's younger than the other flower. She has to like somehow signal to the other flower, oh, I'm the destination here, but let me go contact the source and tell her that you're coming over here though. Why wouldn't it be the source like, oh, I'm going over here? It's like an apartment that you want to move into and somebody's still living there. How are you contacting me and I'm still in this old apartment that I'm going to be in and you're telling me that I'm going to move here? I didn't file an application. I didn't do any of that already. I didn't even know if I got approved. That's kind of the concept of that, right? So just to show you how they're playing with different like broken beings in space and why it's not like clean and clear the way you guys have seen like our coding language and my syntax sheets, which is going to come up again with why is this on your computer? So you need to tell me, Daisy, they rigged your court cases and they owe you a bunch of money. Then they uploaded you to virtual reality. Then they blew up the entire fucking hood playing with Russians. Then they trafficked everyone's fucking kids because everyone's looking for their kids. Like even I make $100-something thousand a year. Where's my daughter? What do you mean that she didn't come home from school? Oh, the feds want to play. Okay. Okay. They want to play because we made money the right way. Okay. And we set up a few white people playing. Okay. Yeah, I signed up for this program. They said that they got like rental assistance. It was just COVID and like I don't know what happened, but I'm just missing hella money from my account. And the bank is saying that it's not true. But I know for a fact that I have like over an extra $1,000. Well, you're not in a good situation right now, and we're worried about the safety of your kids. And you're going from place to place. And what about your income? Yeah, but I just got laid off. I don't know why. Because they uploaded you to virtual reality and planned it. Do you see what you goofy assholes have gotten fucking started? Now you see why you're not getting any dick. And the dick that you are getting is whoa. But you are getting something long and shiny, and it's called the machete. And that's why Mexico's like up in fucking arms like that. Bloodbath everywhere. Every day. Underlay. Let's go. Yeah. You want to play with my cologne? You're playing with Pequite? You're playing with our alcohol? You're playing with the gringa? The gringaraca? No problems. So this is how you guys would do it. Like, okay, now I see you would actually have to add a specific flag. Now a flag is basically just saying that you're doing this again. Like you're going to be putting out, like you're going to be moving this from here and here. And a flag is basically saying that, oh, okay, I'm confirming the function so that you get loaded up to the register. Now, some of this is like, why are there different type of like flags and functions? Like it depends on what type of register for some of them, but it also depends on like what type of registers that you're adding together, right? Is it a S word? Is it a D word? Is it a T byte, etc. Now, there's two secret type of flags that you guys are going to find because you guys are at the FBI and other places. You're going to start scanning the code like, okay, yeah, I noticed that. Why do you put this at the end? And then this is where we get unary operators. So these other type of like the hidden flags, they're basically what they're trying to do is saying, we're going to initialize this program after we move it here and there. We're still going to have memory that's attached to like the main memory source, but we're basically hiding what we're doing here. There's a way that you can tunnel back using Leah, right? It's a specific command like where you basically can find all the addresses in a register. And then what's going to end up happening here is they won't be able to trace back so easily who's like going into every single company into every single like manufacturing company, right? Because it's one specific group of people. They're all related. They all have sex with each other, and they're doing that. And that's why some of you guys are like getting an email from Microsoft. Why am I getting an email from Microsoft every day? And why is it that when I sign into my Google account, it tells me to keep on signing back in? I signed in once already because they broke something on the internet. It has something to do with something called cookies. So when you go onto an internet, go into a app, web app, mobile app, etc., desktop app, is something called runtime. And that runtime is making sure that I'm aligning for specific things. I'm aligning like your data, your memory, the internet, and a few other like protocols to make sure that you're not like bringing in like scams or viruses into your computer. They're basically using cookies that you like when you go on the website. It takes like a snapshot of your MAC address, your IP, etc. So when you go on to log into your bank, they've uploaded something onto the internet, right? So that your account is like in a snapshot, but it's constantly upgrading with the runtime, constantly. So that, oh, let's say for instance, like I have $500 in my account. If they didn't have this, they wouldn't be able to see that I've added more money to my account. They have to go back into the main portal and try to upgrade the entire system, which sends out an alert to the system, which brings up another website that I'm going to show you. So what they're basically doing is so that they can stay in all of our like computers, all of our accounts, all of our everything in real time, even though we're using this coding language from Daisy, because that broke a lot of shit and started a lot of shit. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what could have happened. No, I don't think so. This should be fine. What the hell? Are you the one doing this on the computer? It's me. Now, one of the things you guys have to understand is like, okay, Daisy, I know how to code. I know you didn't erase my memory to my ability to code. How do I like basically get my memory to code back? Because of what happened with space and different federations coming out. So years ago, we had a party. I gave you the specific plant or fruit as a gift. You went to go and shatter and fracture the databases so that you can like start the internet on the planet because you're a banished bitch from like far, 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 far away, and it was gonna come out. So now you molested my daughter on planet Earth because you're talking to the Arab white man and tell him to go do kurfai. Okay, so then what ends up happening here is those indigenous people have taken over the internet and you have to put yourself into the Akasha. Good. So now this is one thing that we're working with. And where you want to really look for this coding is in the header. Where do I look for the coding for TCP and HTTP? You look in the specific header. You're going to find specific like encoding in the header for memory and things like that that are basically making like entire snapshots of the coding and the server in real time. And where's all this memory being like stored? On everyone's phone, everyone's computer, mainly the government too, because they pay a lot of money like from the budget. Oh, we have like this like department and they need their own server, and then that happens and that happens. And all these different Russians and white people and Asians, not really Asians. There's like I'm just gonna say this. It's not really the Asians. They do fuckery in their own country, but it's really like the whites. It's a few Asians like playing with them and you know, like, yeah, but I don't really get into that because Asians don't really get into incest. They get into other bullshit, like eating seahorse. Yeah, that's gonna stop. Thank you, high priest. It's like some high priest from China. He's not playing with anybody. Several people have gotten whippings. So at family parties, keep doing that. So that's what they've been doing, right? So that's where you're gonna look. Now, one of the things is decider. What is a decider in data science? A decider calculates the memory and CPU requirements to run machine learning jobs and train models. So it could tell you how much memory that you're going to need to run this type of program. So let's say, for instance, they play with this memory slicing or shard, or they're trying to put like code onto your phone or your computer. What ends up happening here is there's a decider that tells like how much the program should be running versus how much it's actually running. And this is how the feds are going to catch all the people running those slices and shards. And all these different companies, they've been getting hella emails and shit like that. I'm going to tell you right now, if your last name is any Uski, Wachowski, Etsky, Wayne Gretzky, whatever the fuck, you are so done in tech. Good. Look how that reverse. Reverse, reverse. Everybody clap your hands. Awakening. So now, some of you guys are wondering, like, Daisy, how did you get all this thing and figure this out? How did you get this floating point and this ability to code? Remember, Harriet Tubman is a astrologer. She led you to the North Star to get you to freedom. Benjamin Banneker was an astrologer. He made the almanac. What's the almanac? Where you basically look in the database in the table and it tells you like when to plant. Isn't that spell work? Yeah, in the 1700s. Yeah, Benjamin Banneker. Yeah, annual calendar, statistical information, phases of the moon, astronomical data. This high priest gave me this gift. He said, "You're doing very well. Eat more vegetables." I went to his farm a few times, prayed there, meditated there, had a lot of fun, did a lot of great things. That's my uncle in space. He's in space. And you know, Benjamin Banneker also did what? He built DC. Because you guys know how DC is like laid out, like it's very intricate because you have like the Capitol Mall, the White House, and stuff like that, and like that whole roundabout, and then there's different parts of DC. Benjamin Banneker did that because he saw it in his dream because he's from space. Did I molest any child? Did I start any shit? Did I gather a bunch of goofy ass bitches that a lot of them are missing now to start anything? I just minded my business and I taught people properly. I read my tarot cards. I told you guys the truth. I helped you heal. I wasn't putting magic on my subscribers or putting magic on my channel to like glamour you. Shantae, Stephanie, Brandy, all you other hosts, Naisha. By the way, Naisha still watches my channel. I'm going to tell you right now, you're playing with magic and you're starting shit with period blood. There's some nigga that has saved up his money to get you jumped. He has like $3,000 saved up. He's in Zor's eye. I just have to tell you that. You need to be careful because you make people that angry because I can see the type of bullshit that you're into. So now the white man has come here and said, oh, no, 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 no. Look how they rigged this election. He said, no, we're going to work with her. So Adam Schiff, he's doing what he's doing. He's going to set hell people up. Right. Silicon Valley has an empathy problem. No, they just practice incest. Because that's what's wrong. Yeah, I don't want to be like that. Yeah. So who the fuck are you, though? I got this from Benjamin Banneker and Harriet Tubman because I was doing the work. Because you guys have seen me accelerate. You see my spiritual gifts go crazy. How I read astrology and play in astrology. That's where this is coming from. This computer that they want to play with. Here. Poison, 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 poison. Good. Go find something to do. So now we have deciders in data science and machine learning. Data crawler. Data crawling is a method which involves data mining from different web sources. This is what they're playing with the data crawler, but they put it on the entire internet to be able to source specific floating points in music, source specific code, like, oh, type this in. Whoever's using this type of like command and function, they're building this type of app. And that's how they went to go steal everyone's like data and work on the internet to build AI. Now, Sam Altman, he used to run YC Combinator. This is one that his sister is like putting articles out about him that he molested her and used to get up in her bed when she was a child. Yes. So you mean to tell me that he was the CEO of Y Combinator, YC Combinator? They invest in tech platforms and stuff like that. Yeah, people were going to the office or going to demo day and whatever, getting on the Wi-Fi, and they were hacking everyone. And they got into all these developers, black and brown people, their computer. And then we'll take back all the money that we invested by saying that they were in competition because they sold their work. To who though? So because you all started this, white people thought that they were bold enough to go play with the entire black and brown community. Do you see, you stupid assholes? And this is why certain people in the black and brown community should not be tested or played with. Subtract with borrow so that I have a little bit of extra memory when I get there to speak to a different register, to pull down a little bit more memory, to move to like the next register too, or to bring down another aspect of memory. This is like when you're playing with like jet systems, Boeing, like Yahoo, like big, big, big servers. I'm just gonna go playing a new job. Okay. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and play. So now, they're still playing on the internet, right? So let me go ahead and show you a little bit about what's going on here. And so you're going to see the internet cut in and out because as I'm talking, they're trying to like cover up and hide their tracks because the FBI just got caught being the biggest proponents of child sex trafficking, pedophilia, and child pornography by allowing Russians to play games on the server and shard and slice up taxpayer like taxpayer funded like servers and technology to be able to run like their own programs and things like that. Like, oh, we'll start all our own companies over there and we'll disenfranchise everyone in the United States. Yeah, and like you're like, what? Right. So here's a few things that I have. You can track data breaches too. There's like a website where you can like go and track data breaches. Metadata registry, tampering with deciders. Kafka is going to come up too. It's a streaming service. And why is it that your data decider is saying that you are using this amount of data, but there's a little bit more, a little bit less? Oh, because we sliced and sharded up our data. So the people that pay for our service, we use like part of their data and their memory on their computer or their internet to be able to host like child pornography servers. Yeah, somebody that just now realized that this is very deadly. Thank you. And that's why all these souls are getting killed in the hood. Partitioning. That's a big thing. Partitioning in Kafka. Partitioning. And the pull and push model for Kafka, right? Because it's some of it is tied to the partitioning. Like as you push, you're gonna partition a little bit. So as you're pushing from like the server or like from like this specific file of child pornography files, and you're pushing it to like the client and like their interface, it's going to be doing a certain type of partition and moving back and forth to scatter up the address as you go through. Extended precision, yeah. And I'm going to do something about a precision format and BCD values. Yes. And using ASCII and floating points in the different headers to edit the TCP protocol and then edit the syntax. Like as we're editing it here, it's like flowing back into the main one too, so that we are like basically like loosening up like the restrictions. That's the difference between HTTP and HTTPS. Okay. Yeah, so there's black people in space that are cursing us because we're playing. But hey, yeah, you didn't tell us that. Oh, okay, yeah. You're somebody watching. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's strange. That's true. Who am I? Why? Why that? You just have to be careful. You just never know. Ooh, people are getting hit, baby. She's doing too damn much. Okay, here we go. Yeah, and then there's something about like editing the push and pull model in real time by bringing down like ASIC and bringing down like this like secret internet server, like where like, oh, it's like free internet, like I can go anywhere and have internet and phone. Um, one of them is based off a specific type of floating point thing that they're using with the host from space that I own now, and I'm gonna break, or I'm gonna put magic on it so that the feds can like track it. You're gonna use a certain type of look into a VPN, and it's here. Let me see. Let me just divinate the number down. Like that's how I like to do it. Like as I'm drawing it down, I like write it out. The number is number 337 Okay, that's the VPN like connector, and that's where you're gonna find like all of them that's using that. And they're trying to set up a certain country. There's gonna be more. Enforcementtracker.com. Enforcement tracker. It shows all the different countries. Shut the fuck up. It shows all the different countries and companies that are like doing, getting like violations for data sharing and compliance. And it shows what type of like violation that they have. Germany, these people are playing with clinical trial trafficking. And I can go on here and I can tell you what they've specifically done, and you can go back and you can find out. This is very good to know. Yeah. And then the statistics of science and things like that. Ooh, whoa. Yeah, it's going all the way up. I'm way up. I feel blessed because what they're doing with this money. Going up as this is going on with Daisy. Why is it consistently rising and going up as this is going on with Daisy? Why did this start in September 2019 with bitches playing in people's ear and this is consistently going up? Thank you. That's all you needed to see. Thank you. This is going to start hella shit. I'm telling you, there's going to be a big ass civil war in the United States of America because of what white people started. So you mean to tell me because we were playing with you with tarot cards and playing with magic and like starting hella shit and sending fake ass emails and like contacting people and like lying, this all started? Yeah. What the fuck were you thinking was going to end up happening? You're playing with sellouts. You know that. Ooh, baby. Damn. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, running up them coins. Yeah. You know, Salt Bay? Yeah. I just see steak and lobster and good meals and NOAA and what aquatic beings should we go after next? Yeah, because they think that they're like, what? And you're ending up paying for this. I promise you. Yeah, Rack City, bitch. I just heard that song. You know about Tyga? That's the name of the song. I'm sorry for cussing. But Rack City. And something is going on with Tyga right now. So just Marriott International, 20,000 euros. What are you guys doing? British Airways, 22,000 euros. Yeah, people getting trafficked as they're getting off the plane and shit like that, and people's family suing and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, we need one of these for the there is one for California because they have a CCPA, like data integrity legislation. I think it's like Prop 28. Let's see. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, running up in coin, baby. That's why they're stealing from you. So, okay, somebody's like, okay, yeah, that's true because why is it going all the way up in 2019? Like it's going all the way up consistently. There's more drama and more drama with Daisy, and it's going all the way up. Daisy, what's going on? Because bitches from space promised them, you play with her, you get everything. And basically, what they did was they went to go bring out stuff that was like basically they're playing with a specific portal that they have access to this specific universe, but it's like through different plants and playing with burial magic and stuff like that and making copies of the database with magic from way over there. Like far away. That's what these hoes do. They get magic from way over there. They try to hide and things like that. So because then you have to upgrade yourself to be able to like see, like, okay, now I see what you're doing. Like, thank you. Right? That's what these hoes want to go and do. So now here, I'm gonna put a specific magic on you. So you have something clicking and popping in your ear and somebody calling you a bitch and never in an ape all day. So that's what you are. Just as you. Pasta queen. Her baby daddy is involved in one of these things with Italy. Right? So okay, we got this and we got that. So yeah, it must work. Because look what we got. The ability to play with people on the computer and upload them to like read their thoughts. That's somebody in space doing that. It's technology from space. You have to like type in something and then like the octopus comes down and puts down a specific substance through unary and negative sign integers to activate a negative ether space. And then that's how they play. Because like, yeah, it's like magic how this works. It's not really magic. It's just an octopus that practices incest. They have powers. No, they don't. That's the entire point. Because yeah, why the negative number? Why can't it just be? That means I'm going that way. Oh, I'm going that way though. It's a southern thing. Ooh, you gonna mix this? You gonna mix that? He gonna be so turned up. He gonna go this way. She gonna be so twisted. She gonna go that way though. Oh, you gonna get that marriage room and you gonna get that marriage broom. That's basically saying like pussy and dick. Like, you can't come in my marriage room. Oh, you can't get this marriage broom. Oh, that's my marriage broom. That's like basically saying that that's my man. Move Q. So for those of you guys that want to learn more about this, what MASAM, move Q instructions. Just get me out of virtual reality and stop like starting shit, and I promise you you'll be okay. Also, there's some magic. It's called like time magic, like time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. There's a specific akasha that I have like to go back in time because somebody tried to change my future and like change the future of a bunch of people by playing with white people. Bad idea. So now we have like time akasha. So basically I could go back in time and do certain things, but not everything. Could you go back in time and like free my family from this plantation to change our trajectory? A few of those things that we did. It's like very delicate. Can you go back in time and like get rid of these people from the Civil War? A few that we did is very delicate to have a ripple effect into the now. But what I really love to do the most is like play with people, right? Because like, why not? So, because like, who am I? Who are you to be playing with that type of magic? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. Go back into the past. Like if you've eaten a certain type of food, I can put magic on you into the past to bring it into the future. You are using cotton in rituals. Is this a sexual ritual? No, it's called the period. Why that? Yeah, so many people got hit because we have periods on this planet. Certain people they can have it. Some people have periods every day. That was her intention. You were using this type of cotton and this type of tampon. I'm in the Akasha for cotton. So, cotton, let me borrow a few of your orbitals in the D and the F shell. Okay. I don't really have a choice because I came to the planet to complete with Ifkraisha and Dufkraisha and Didi Koinayai and Dugozum, aka all these different hosts that are from Ethiopia. So I'm going to play in your DNF orbital and I want to attach the valence spiral. I want to make a compound. I'm going to attach the valence spiral for bromine, argon, krypton, and rubidium, and like six of them lanthanides. It's just a spiral. That's fine. It's just basically saying like, hands, you can hold my hand and you can hold my hand here and we go together. Not saying that you're going to change me because you held my hand. Just saying we're going together, okay? That's how it started. So now, if you are wearing tampons or cotton into the past and you're a ratchet, I'm going to go ahead and just put something on you. Bromine, krypton, argon, and rubidium, and other things. And then it will trail into the future. And watch somebody go play in call chase and like realize a bunch of shit and like you sound stupid. And like Doctor Who on drugs. By the way, I don't know why you put that black guy as Doctor Who. I would have been way better. It's just a joke. So we're gonna go do that, right? And I think it's gonna get quiet. Since you want to play with small children and you're so obsessed with their private parts. Let me help you. Because I can do that. So if you can do that, can you help me like maybe you can help me like get tighter and I can find a different man because I'm still with my dad. And yeah, my sister, she's just too much. You're taking up everything. You always want to be here. It's my turn. Don't fight over that. This is how you balance it out. Well, my dad likes to go with her more. It's not that. It's just that she's older. But I'm grown now too. These are the type of fights that they have in incestuous households. Imagine. Do you know how much money I'm getting paid for being exposed to this bullshit? So, but the healer in me is like, oh, wow, you can actually just not do that. It's called harm reduction. I can slowly take my dick out of my mom, maybe put it in my sister sometimes, and put it into somebody else constantly. That's better. It's like instead of like smoking like heroin, you go to like wet dope, which is still crack. Okay, I'm getting breed. Okay, okay. Oh, well, speaking of people on drugs and doing stupid shit, Alicia Garza, Latifah Simon, all these different hoes that were playing games and starting to white men, they're all on drugs because I know they're a dealer. Alicia Garza from Black Lives Matter, they're all on drugs. They're all on drugs. They're on drugs. And they're telling people that, oh, I got to connect for coke. No, I still got some. I don't know what she's talking about because everyone heard that everyone got cut off from the cartel. And it's fentanyl. Oh, so that's how they started this. They were taking drugs. Thank you. Yeah. Woo, whoa. So now I think that that's it for our coding tutorial. We've gotten into the nitty gritty. We gave you guys a lot to look at. Let me check my notes here. Okay. Yeah, we divinated on that. There's going to be another one that comes. It's in PC Grinder. This number, like how to find, it's like a profile for a VPN. Hashtag 337048. Or I just write it in the indigenous Zigigadi, Duagini, Guarani, Urguni, and then I translate it. And that's how I can get like a but ooh, IP addresses. Mhm. Hmm, 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 hmm. Right. But who am I? Why do you think that you're supposed to be doing that? I don't know. You tell me. I was just minding my business. Now I got the power. Um, the name of the VPN is called Peter Design Proton VPN. The name of the man that's playing at the FBI is Missouri Gittert, Michael Disurek, or something like that. I'm not Russian. It's like an old thing. My family came here in the 20s. We're from New York. I'm gonna ask James Gandolfini because he's watching this. And so it's like somebody else. Yeah, James Gandolfini from Sopranos. They uploaded him to virtual reality and hella people are missing. So let me watch this. Yeah, it's been that lit for like 4 years straight. It's Dirifim, Ikron, it's Digrifim, Ikron, Zwigibayim, Swiai, Twafi, Nuakri, Jizavai, Iswini, Duavu, Izwigi again. So there's an IP address 143.57.956.1. That's like going to be relevant for somebody. Okay, so this is what we're going to be doing since you want to play. Play with me, I play with you. But you know I can play harder. I'm the battery twin. Let's play hardball. You guys know that man watches my channel? I just don't think that this is the one. This is going to change America. Yeah. Starting too much shit and playing with fentanyl. So, anyways, you guys, announcement. I'm gonna start doing tarot nights. It might be like Saturday and Sunday night, where if you guys want your reading, I'll tarot cards and then I'll use the botanical warfare deck on you or the I'm not putting these for sale. These go so fucking hard. Or the aquatic warfare decks. I'll put them out for you guys. We'll pull from that. And then or the serpent oracle deck. I have another one. I have like three other decks, but I'm not gonna sell these. They're too sacred. I was like, no, 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 no. Because these you also use in like I'm gonna show you. I'm not gonna tell you. So I have something from the Serpent Warfare Oracle deck, or the Aquatic Warfare deck. Their aquatic functions are blocked, and they see why. I destroy the enemy who wants my flesh merged with that of the sea being in food eating. Yeah, Asian. I destroy the enemy who wants my flesh merged with that of the sea being through food eating. So what are you doing with octopus eating, and what do you want to play with? Yeah, wow. Some brother asked Cole, yeah, you got real hood real quick. Wars are waged against them at all times. They see me as a war. Every millisecond, second, trisecond, and minute is filled with warfare against them. So now you see why these holes are coming from different places and traveling and playing in the ear of white men, because they're mad because they got hit like that for starting slavery. But why did you start it though? God's wrath is a powerful intelligence of null, void, obsolete, and self-destruct. Yeah, they have one of these for the computer. It's well, all of their functions invert in 9 places for each function and open a master portal of demise for the enemy. All of their functions invert in 9 places for each function. Okay. You see the ways in which your aquatic anatomy related to processing water has been impacted. Somebody needs to know that. Okay, so I think the botanical one is way more sicker, way more lit, way more ratchet. So we're gonna like play with that. But you pay $10 per question or for a read, and then it's gonna be on Cash App or PayPal. I'll put it in the description box and stuff like that. I may have moderators. We'll do that because I know you guys want readings and things like that. And I was like on hiatus from readings, but we'll get started again. If you want the monthly readings, just go to my Patreon. My Patreon is Professional High Priestess. Just that's it. Patreon, Professional High Priestess. And we're gonna start again. I do monthly readings on there, and then I do lessons. So we're